Good afternoon, students. So, as we all know that in the last topic we dealt about the topic photosynthesis. Now, this photosynthesis process generally takes place in the leaves. Now, what are the conditions necessary for the photosynthesis to take place? So, today we will be dealing with what are the conditions and how do the plants absorb the carbon dioxide and water needed for this photosynthesis. So, what are the conditions which are necessary for photosynthesis to take place? First is sunlight. Second is carbon dioxide. Third is water. The chemical formula of carbon dioxide is CO2, while that for water is H2. And the fourth condition, which is absolutely necessary for photosynthesis to take place, is chlorophyll. Now, all these four conditions are necessary for the process of photosynthesis to takes place. Now, we all know that this carbon dioxide, so this sunlight which is necessary for photosynthesis to takes place is obtained from the sun. Now, this plant, in the plants, the process of photosynthesis usually takes place in the leaves. We know that the second thing which is necessary for photosynthesis to take place is carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is present in this air. Now, through small pores which are present on the surface of the leaf, this carbon dioxide diffuses inside the leaf, while the water which is needed for photosynthesis is absorbed by the roots of the plants. So the water so absorbed is transported upwards to the leaves. Here what happens, in this leaf, what happens, this carbon dioxide and this water, with the help of energy, they form food, which is C6H12O6, which is known as the glucose, and plus oxygen is transported out into the atmosphere, which is a byproduct. Now, this glucose, when it becomes in excess, it is stored in the plants as a starch. This starch is stored in different parts of the leaf as extra food, and when the plants are not making the glucose, or when there is a lack of glucose, this starch is converted into glucose and utilized by the plants. Now, the process of this photosynthesis takes place with the help of chlorophyll. Now, where is this chlorophyll present? This chlorophyll is present in the leaves of the plant in organelles called as chloroplast. But before studying what is stomata and what is chlorophyll and what are chloroplasts, the CO2 which enters through the pores into the leaves with the help of small pores which are called as stomata. So we will be dealing with the topic that what are stomata, what is the structure of stomata. So now we will be dealing that what are stomatas. So the stomata are a small opening on the surface of the leaf. So this is the structure of a stomata, and this can be considered as a surface area of the leaf. This stomata is a open stomata, and there are small structures called as chloroplast present in it. Chloroplast, and these chloroplasts contain the pigment chlorophyll. Now this stomata is actually guarded by a pair of guard cells. This structure, these both cells are together considered as the guard cells. Guard cells. What is the function of these guard cells? These guard cells regulate the opening as well as closing of this stomatal pores. By which process? Now what happens when the water enters into these guard cells? What happens? These guard cells become rigid, solid, and what happens? These stomata opens. But similarly, when the water moves out from these cells, these guard cells, they become closed. These guard cells close. So as you can see now, the pores are open, but in this the pore is closed. So what does these guard cells do? These guard cells regulate the opening as well as the closing of stomata. Now what happens? Suppose these guard cells, why these guard cells are not open always? Because what happens if there is excessive heat? What happens? The water will also come out through these pores with the process of transpiration, and the plant will lose excessive amount of water. So as to conserve water during the day, what happens? The stomata remains closed during the day. In also broad-leaved plants, the stomata are found on the lower surface of the plant, lower surface of the leaf. Why? Because of the stomata will be present on the upper surface of the leaf. What will happen? There will be loss of so much water. So as to prevent this loss of water, the stomatas are generally in broad-leaved plants is present only on the lower surface. While in narrow-leaved, what happens? The stomata are present equally on both the sides. Now what happens? These chloroplasts are actually the site of photosynthesis, and they contain pigment called as chlorophyll. So now here I have drawn the structure of a leaf to demonstrate the presence of chloroplast in it. Now the upper surface of the leaf is actually cuticle, which is actually a waxy layer. And this waxy layer actually prevents the loss of water from the leaf to some extent. Now below this cuticle is the upper epidermis layer, and below that the palisade layer is present. This palisade layer actually consists of tiny dot-like structures, as you can see, called as the chloroplast, and these chloroplasts contain the chlorophylls. The palisade layer, and the next is the palisade layer, and next is the spongy layer. Why this is called as the spongy layer? Because it has air spaces between it. That is why this layer is called as the spongy layer. Then the last layer is the lower epidermis. So what happens? This palisade layer as well as this spongy layer consist of more chloroplast than any other layer, and it is this site where the process of photosynthesis takes place. So here what will happen? Through this cuticle, what happens? This is the waxy layer. There will be tiny pores present in it. So what happens? The carbon dioxide will diffuse through the cuticle into the upper epidermis and will be absorbed by the palisade layer. In this palisade layer and in this spongy layer, the chloroplast will be present, and the chloroplast contains the pigment called as chlorophyll. Now in this chlorophyll, with the help of this chlorophyll, what will happen? With the help of this chlorophyll, the process of photosynthesis will take place in this leaf. So this is all what we were talking about, the process of photosynthesis.